A century of 66, classic cars, neon lights, and historic sights, marking 100 years of road trips across America, right through the heart of the Ozarks. The national spotlight shines on Springfield, the birthplace of the Mother Road. Ozarks' first coverage of the Route 66 Centennial Kickoff Celebration starts now.
Welcome into our special coverage of the kickoff concert for the birthplace of Route 66. Happy to have you with us. America's most historic highway, spanning hundreds of cities and small towns, born right here in the Ozarks, the one and only. Happy to have you with us. I'm Jesse Inman.
And I'm Bailey Stroll. Thanks for being with us today, right in the heart of the Ozarks, the birthplace of Route 66, Springfield, Missouri. Now, this celebration over the next few days said to be one of the biggest that Springfield has ever seen. So we are bringing you a lot of coverage, not just here on Color 10, KOZL, Fox 49, but also on our website, ozarksfirst.com, and on our new streaming platform, Ozarks First Plus. Wherever you're watching, we are happy you are with us. And we're not here by ourselves at Great Southern Bank Arena or in Springfield. We are joined by a whole crew of Ozarks First folks. We have Parker Padgett out checking in with fans and checking in with the visitors, the thousands of visitors that are expected, well, just here tonight for the kickoff concert, but then also just in town from all over the country to celebrate 100 years of Route 66.
So many people. Parker's here. We've got Matt Hefner joining us as well. He'll be out talking to some folks, getting the flavor of the area for us. And then also Michael McLaughlin in just a bit. He'll be with us as well. But we're going to run through everything that's going on in the Queen City for this 3-day Route 66 Centennial celebration. You know, it's known as the Main Street of America is Route 66. America's Mother Road. So many great names for this road. But for us here in the Ozarks, I mean, Bailey, it's simply home for us here.
Of course. And today is a very special day in the history of the Mother Road because 100 years ago today, of course, Springfield's known as the birthplace of Route 66, and we'll get into the full story later, but just a tidbit for you, fun fact. Springfield's known as the birthplace of Route 66 because the telegram naming the iconic road was sent right here from Springfield to Washington, D.C. 100 years ago today. And for a century, this road has really been the backdrop of the American dream. It stretches over 2,400 miles from Chicago to Santa Monica, and it's really not just a highway. It symbolizes, you know, that unmistakable feeling of freedom you get, the one that you can really only get when the open road and the landscapes open up here in the United States.
Yeah, and the nostalgia with Route 66,
exactly.
I think, is what people just eat up about Route 66. And people are out here enjoying it today. About Route 66, though, the history of this road, it carried families seeking a better life during the Dust Bowl, soldiers headed to the Pacific, and today it's carried our stories from Chicago all the way to LA and everywhere in between, from the glow of the neon lights at the Galois Theater to the rumble of those classic engines on Park Central Square. The spirit of the open road is as loud as ever, and we're kicking off our Centennial celebration this weekend. And not just looking back at the century of history, but celebrating the endurance of the American spirit that goes along with this. So folks, grab your keys, fire it up. It's time to get your kicks now on Route 66 once again.
Great way to put it. And we're going to be here with you for the next hour and a half here on Color 10 and all of our platforms. So it is set to be a packed weekend. Shall we run through the events? Because this is just really the kickoff to it all.
It is. It really is. Yeah, tonight here at Great Southern Bank Arena, you're probably wondering, well, Jesse, Bailey, why are you at Great Southern Bank Arena? Well, a kickoff concert is set to start here in just a little while, and it'll feature acts from recognizable names, both from the Ozarks and on the national stage. You've got John Goodman emceeing this thing, along with Callie Carroll, Springfield City Councilwoman. We had her on midday today, but you know, you've got acts Little Big Town, Gary LaVox. You've got the Haygoods from here in Branson that are going to be doing this.
About the Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
Oh man, legends in their own right.
Springfield home too.
Yeah, and then more happening tonight as well with a special dedication, Bailey. That's at Jefferson and St. Louis.
Yes, and that's going to be actually that new Birthplace Plaza where the dedication just kicked off at 4 o'clock is going to be kind of the hub for visitors over the next few days as all of the events kick off and really people descend on downtown on Saturday. We have a full schedule of events on Friday too. We are going to be posted up at St. Louis and Glenstone where there's a new monument, but it's also the site of the classic car parade celebrating America along Route 66 as hundreds, literally hundreds of classic cars, actually one from every single year since 1926 through 1985 is going to be rolling on through and then all ending in Park Central Square in Springfield. So be sure to tune in for that coverage kicking off at 6 o'clock tomorrow.
Yep, and it's going to be right here on Color 10. Folks, I think the thing to keep in mind here is if you don't want to try to keep all the channels straight, just go to Ozarks First Plus, the streaming app. Everything will be right there, also on ozarksfirst.com. But the coverage for the car parade starts on Color 10 tomorrow at 6. Also on Friday, the unveiling of the new Queens Gate 66 monument. If you've been down East St. Louis Street, you've seen it. It's the massive installation that will welcome visitors for generations to come as they enter Springfield on historic St. Louis Street along Route 66 there, the classic part of that road there. So, and then Saturday too. I mean, the historic, the Telegraph Ball too.
An entire lineup all day long Saturday. You can just go downtown and find things to do to celebrate the Mother Road. But then Saturday night, Ozarks First will also be live at 5 o'clock ahead of the big Telegraph Ball. We are hosting our very own red carpet extravaganza. You can see all the big players in town to celebrate and raise some money for the preservation of the Mother Road from here on. And then on Sunday, I think the party moves over to C Street, Commercial Street.
Yeah, can't forget about C Street. The party is always going on C Street there for sure.
That'll be the big arts festival. There's also a footbridge, the dedication happening tomorrow evening as well. So it's going to be a very long few days, but a great way to celebrate the Mother Road as the national spotlight shines here on the Queen City.
Yeah, the national spotlight's been on Springfield all day. The Today Show here in town today. I'm sure you're aware of that by now. But hey, Bailey, we're not alone here at Great Southern Bank Arena today. Hanging out in the crowd is our own Parker Paget. He's getting a sense of the excitement from fans who have traveled from all over the place, around the country, around the world. Parker, what have you heard? Who have you run into today?
Yeah, I'm here with Diana from Jefferson City. Diana, what brings you out to Springfield for this great weekend?
Well, we're very interested in the concert. I am a big Chris Janson fan. My husband is all about Little Big Town or whatever they're called. I think that's it. And it's kind of a once in a lifetime. It's never going to celebrate this again. This also was my college alma mater, so it just seemed like a really great thing to do for this weekend.
Yeah, it's a big homecoming. There's a lot of events this weekend. Are you going to be here for the entire duration? What are you most excited about?
This really is the highlight of what we're doing. We just had, actually my friend is getting married, so we kind of did this as a precursor to the wedding. And so we have those events kind of going on the rest of the weekend. So this is our big event.
All right, well, Diana, have a great weekend. Bailey, Jesse, back to you guys. Bye.
Well, the weather is great out here. You know, if you were in Springfield a few days ago with all these classic cars, it would have been a completely different story. We got absolutely slammed by the biggest hail we have ever seen in our lives here in Springfield, but it's looking a lot nicer, especially today and the next few days too. We want to check in with our meteorologist for visitors to get a sense of what the weather's going to be like the next few days. Can we send it over to Jamie Warner back in the studio?
I am here. Yes. Yeah, you know, timing is everything, Bailey and Jesse. Yesterday, we had the quieter weather after 3 straight days of severe weather. this is what we've got outside today. Now, it didn't start this way. We started off with mostly sunny conditions, but we've got this veil of clouds which has come in. No worries of wet weather, not for the evening hours. And temperatures, while cool, are still relatively comfortable. 64 right now, and it looks like at 5 o'clock as folks are starting to stream in to Great Southern Bank Arena, readings will be around 64. We're going to hold on to those clouds. Overnight tonight, we will find mostly cloudy skies. Now, there will be a threat of a few sprinkles late this evening, but I think that's going to come after the concert here in Springfield. It looks like we'll have temperatures at midnight around 52 when those light showers will be a possibility. And it's not this that we're watching. We've got some light showers up near I-70, and that will be marching south this evening. It looks like by midnight, here coming into the Springfield area, and then those showers kind of drop off to the southeast and fade away. Tomorrow actually looks like kind of a repeat performance of what we've had today. We're going to find, I think, mostly sunny skies for really a lot of the day. We may see a bit more cloud cover toward the tail end as yet another weak cold front brings a chance for sprinkles overnight Friday night. Temperatures tonight getting cool again, dropping to 43 for a morning low with an afternoon high of 64. And then we've got that classic car parade tomorrow evening. Kickoff for that at 6 o'clock on St. Louis Street. And it looks like we're going to find pretty nice conditions. Mostly sunny skies. I think temperatures are going to be sitting right around 60 degrees. So if that's a little cool for you, you're going to be out there. Probably going to be out there for a little while. You may want to have a jacket as readings will cool off heading into the evening hours. Beautiful weekend forecast too. Saturday, we're going to find mostly sunny skies, about 63 for a high after a morning low of 40. And on Sunday, as we're wrapping up the festivities, we'll find sunshine and a high of 75 degrees. Bailey and Jesse, back to you.
All right. Jamie bringing us the good news. And I'm so glad that those classic cars were protected. The amount of insurance claims.
Can you imagine?
I mean, I hope none of them will be seeing tomorrow in the car parade with shattered windshields. So.
We've been telling you guys, the glass shops are booked up.
Yeah.
They are. It's already a busy weekend. That just added to it. But
yeah, that was a crazy way to start things off, no doubt about it. We've got Michael McLaughlin standing by, and we're just getting geared up for the concert here tonight. Just a couple of miles away, though, in downtown Springfield, the city unveiling, I guess, what is kind of a new gathering place for people and locals, visitors alike, all to hang out, using art to honor Springfield as the birthplace of Route 66. So we've got Michael standing by, babe.
Yeah, Michael McLaughlin. How's it going out there?
Outstanding team.
Yeah, so right now I'm at the dedication ceremony for the new Birthplace Plaza downtown. Now, as the name explains, the landmark was built to officially establish Springfield as the birthplace of Route 66. Now, there's some speakers at the podium right now. Let's go over and see what they're saying.
From our TOEF team, I want to recognize we have at least 4 departments working on this on engineering services. We had Brian Orr from structural. We had Derek Estelle from civil and Stu Cunningham on the electrical side with the support of our president, Adam Toth. Adam? And then finally, to bring it home, was the conductor. G.R. Stovall and Alan Essery, the site manager, they are from DeWitt and Associates, and they were our general contractor on this job. I want to thank GR for the passion that he brought to this project. He's a proud Sunrise Rotarian, and let's thank DeWitt and Associates. But what really brings this plaza together is the art, and I hope you've been able to enjoy it. It's been so crowded today that it's been hard to really fully appreciate all the pieces, but as the fervor dies down, as you're here, take a moment to really appreciate how these pieces have come together. First, the one that is most impressive visually, the mural by Overlay, led by Meg Wagler. Meg is over here. And this is 2 national artists, Emily Ding and Osiris Rain, who made this possible. They're not able to be here today, but be sure to get with Meg and learn from her. This award is going to be receiving a National Mural Award later this spring. We just don't know if it's going to be gold, silver, or platinum, but get with her. It's a national award. It also helped get Springfield on the National Directory of Street Art from this. So let's give a big hand to Overlay. And then next, right behind me, is the interpretive kiosk. We were hoping
to keep you updated on this ceremony as well as other events going on throughout the celebration week. Reporting live in Springfield, I'm Michael McLaughlin, Ozarks First.
Time capsule.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, Michael is he's in the middle of all the action down there. Rusty Worley in there. I saw the mayor in the background, so Michael's with the VIPs, apparently.
Apparently, you know, Rusty Worley, I heard, he was the real creator of the Birthplace of Route 66 Festival that happened for the first time a few years ago. That is also happening in August, so the celebration doesn't end here, you know, just in April and May.
Yeah,
but
don't burn yourself out yet.
Also at that event, they are putting together a time capsule that will be opened 100 years from now when Route 66 is celebrating the 200th anniversary of its birth. And now the community will be able to kind of carry that spirit forward with this new time capsule. Of course, we won't be around to see it, but generations from now on will be able to. It just kind of captures lived experiences from 2026, some personal stories, creative expression, and community voices that would otherwise be lost to time. And that's happening at that dedication ceremony right now.
Yeah, April 30th, 2126, folks. Be there to reopen that if you can. Baby Stroll will be there for,
maybe.
for the next one.
Let's hope so.
All right, folks, we have a lot more to come here for you, live from in front of Great Southern Bank Arena. We'll be taking a look back at the history of the old Colonial Hotel and its significance as well. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
Welcome back, everybody, as we are kicking off the Route 66 Centennial Kickoff Celebration. There are thousands of people about to descend on Missouri State's campus and downtown Springfield over the next couple of days, and we are happy to be with you to bring you all of that. You know, this is almost like a good old-fashioned tailgate out here.
It really feels that way.
It has that vibe to it, and people are already lining up outside Great Southern Bank Arena for the kickoff concert that starts at what, 5 o'clock tonight?
Yeah.
And we'll be on the air until 5:30, so just stick around. If you're not making it to the concert, we got you covered, okay? We even have boots on the ground.
We do. Matt Hefner is here. You know, we were very blessed with this weather that we're having out here. It's so nice out here. So
really
we thought,
nice.
Matt, don't worry about the weather. Get out and, you know, shake the hands, kiss the babies, do all of that, meet the great people who are here. Let's go to Matt Hefner and see who he has been able to catch up with. Matt, what are you seeing out there?
Yeah, the atmosphere is a lot of fun. We're waiting for the concert to open. 4:30 for the doors to open. Concert gets going at 5:30. I decided to grab someone who was waiting in line. This is my buddy Randall. Came all the way from Iowa. Randall, what's kind of one of the reasons why you decided to come down to the Route 66 Festival for this weekend?
Well, I'm here with my wife, who's turned 66 this year.
Okay.
So we decided that we'd do the Route 66 trip. So we started in Illinois, and we come all the way down, crossed here, all the way over to Adrian, Texas, the halfway point, and then we turned around, and now we're going back up to home, up in Iowa.
Yeah.
And we saw this, and we decided to come here. And it's great, yeah.
It's a good way to kind of finish off that round trip you guys have been going on. Got the concert today, other festivities going on. What are you looking forward to throughout this kind of weekend stretch?
Oh, this is one of them, the big one here, and then the other one, some of the car shows. That would be great. I like the old classic cars.
Yeah. The classic car show, that's going to be on Friday. So I saw you're all decked out for the occasion too, and I was like, I got to interview Randall. He looks like
Oh, man. That guy was decked out in the Route 66 gear.
He's got the merch. We're right in front of the merch table, too. I mean, you can go get your own if you want, but for now, we're repping Ozarks first.
Oh, yeah. How could I not?
Okay?
Yeah, you know what I love about this is that there's no teleprompter. They can't tell us when to stop talking. Like, you can't.
It's live TV, folks.
You can't control us. We do want to tell you
we'll
about.
go to commercial break when we want to.
That's right. That's exactly right. I want to tell you guys about something that you may have seen around town. Several sculptures have popped up, 16 to be exact. Well, I mean, there are tons more, but the sculpture, the Springfield 66 Centennial Sculpture Series, we love a good alliteration. And that is one heck of an alliteration. They've already begun popping up all over the place, 16 of them planned across town. They'll eventually form a self-guided trail, and that interactive sculpture map, complete with QR codes for you to learn about the sculptures, the artists themselves, and the areas they're in, that launched today, and I got to talk to the artist who put this entire operation together yesterday. She told me, yes, we're starting with 16, but we want 66 of these scattered throughout. So, like, they're going to be looking for places.
Fitting.
Yeah, bring one to Ozarks first. We'll put one right there on Division Street for you. So I think that makes a lot of sense, personally.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, we also talked to Christine Schilling and her team. They've been responsible for a lot of the art projects as well, including a custom mosaic at Birthplace Plaza, where we saw Michael just a few minutes ago at Jefferson and St. Louis. She says it's a migration story, a tale of people in search of hope, a new life, a dream, and a better life overall. So very cool completed product there. We got to see them a few weeks ago whenever they were like in the process of putting that together. Super cool.
Yeah, and now it's there. If you go to the Birthplace Plaza, be sure to look down and take a look at that, because it not only highlights the Mother Road, but Springfield being the birthplace of Route 66 itself. It's a really cool mosaic, so you should definitely go out and check it out if you can. Now, where that Birthplace Plaza sits today, where the dedication ceremony is happening with Michael McLaughlin, who we just heard from, used to be the site of the Colonial Hotel. It has a rich history in Springfield. It was originally built in 1907, and aside from once being known for being the finest hotel in Southwest Missouri, it also has ties to why Springfield is known as the birthplace of Route 66. President Truman stayed at the Colonial Hotel, as well as Elvis Presley in the 1950s and JFK during a campaign stop. Unfortunately, though, this building is no longer around. It's just a parking lot, but it has been transformed. It's been breathed some new life into it just recently in the last few weeks. It was left vacant in the late 1970s and ultimately was demolished in 1997. But today, it's getting renewed attention as a steel structure has now gone up at the former site. It's named the Ghost of the Colonial Hotel to honor its place in Springfield's history. And we're going to be taking a closer look at that, too, again, once we go out to Michael McLaughlin later on in the show. We have that full history of the Colonial Hotel also, if you want to check it out, on our website, ozarksfirst.com. And that really goes into just what that architecture means to Springfield and it being the birthplace. So history was really solidified on this day 100 years ago, April 30th, 1926, because of the role of that site played in the Mother Road getting its iconic name. Now, Springfield is the host of this year's National Centennial Celebration because we are the birthplace of Route 66, and I'm going to tell you the full story behind it. Take a look. Springfield's John T. Woodruff and Cyrus Avery of Tulsa plotted the route from Chicago to LA and right through the heart of Springfield.
It's a 5-state convention here. Lots of people in town, lots of promotions and things going on. But they all met at the Colonial Hotel, which was one of the hotels that John T. Woodruff had built.
Originally, the plan was to name it Route 60, but there was already a highway in the works that wanted to use that same name.
The governor of Kentucky realized that there were no highways through his state, and he was not happy. So he went to Washington and campaigned and said that our highway from Chicago and Los Angeles couldn't possibly be a 60 because it didn't connect from coast to coast. That all the 0 highways had to be coast-to-coast highways. And so he convinced the people in Washington of that, and that's why they withdrew it from our road. and he got a highway that started in Virginia, I think, and came across and actually dead ended in a field out here south of Springfield.
So on April 30th, 1926, many of the route's big organizers were in Springfield and decided to rename their planned highway Route 66 instead.
You know, they'd already printed maps and everything else. So they just said, no, we're not going to accept that. We'll get back to you. And they just kind of gritted their teeth, and they would meet and talk and try to come up with a solution. And then just out of the blue, this solution of 66 came up, and everybody really enjoyed it, liked the name of it, liked the look of it. And so that's the way it came.
A telegram was sent from Springfield to Washington, D.C., officially naming it Route 66. And that's why Springfield is forever known as the birthplace of Route 66.
What a great history lesson. And shout out to John Sellers there. Always a wealth of information.
The Springfield historian.
The Springfield historian, for sure. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the big parade in Springfield tomorrow. A preview of that next. All right, we're back here in front of Great Southern Bank Arena. Happy you're joining us here at Ozarks First on all of our platforms. Color 10, Fox 49, OzarksFirst.com, Ozarks First Plus, all the above. Happy you're with us. Jesse Inman, Bailey Stroll. It's a huge party out here before the kickoff concert tonight. Want to jump ahead, though, to the road closures and some things you'll need to know throughout this weekend. Starting tomorrow, the big parade, that's going to obviously impact traffic without a doubt. The Red, White, and Bridge Bash on Commercial Street as well. Robertson to Benton, that's going to close 2 p.m. Friday, May 1st through 2 p.m. Saturday, May 2nd. Shuttles will be available from 3 different places on Boonville, and from Cox North Parade, from Cox North to St. Louis Street. From Glenstone to Campbell, that's going to be closed 5:45 to 8 p.m. there on Friday, May 1st. If you want more guidance on the parking closures and things, I know that's a lot we just threw at you there. You can find all of that on Route 66 kickoff.com/guide. We also have all of that here. Shout out to Catherine Skopek writing that up for us on OzarksFirst.com. So we have all of that for you there. So, road closure is a big part of this. It's impacted
You might not be
businesses.
you might not be able to drive, but you can certainly walk around downtown. And I bet that even with, those, it's going to be a big economic boost to all of downtown and the city itself.
Yeah, I was downtown yesterday watching them set up a lot of these things for this weekend, and I just popped into a few local businesses and talked to some people about how excited they are for these things to get started. I popped into Druff's. They had the Today Show right at their front doorstep this morning, so they were excited for that. Also, talked to a couple employees at Civil Kitchen just down the road about what they're looking forward to for being part of this big event. Here they are.
That's one of the things that I love, like working down here, is there's always something going on, especially during the summer hours. So even though I'm working, I don't really feel like I'm missing out on anything because I'm in the middle of all the excitement.
I honestly think that this is just going to be really exciting having people down here because, like I said, before COVID, it was super big. It was always so many people down here, and I feel like ever since COVID, it hasn't been quite the same. So I feel like now with this huge event going on, it'll help kind of bring people back downtown.
So from downtown to Glenstone, let's take you over to near the Rail Haven Hotel. If you haven't heard of it, Google it. You're going to want to know about it if you're here in town for Route 66. So before today, Springfield never really had a big signifier for when you were entering the Mother Road when it came to entering Springfield and downtown, but that is changing. We now have a brand new monument that gives a sense of arrival to drivers and visitors as they enter Springfield on Route 66. This is a brand new gateway monument that's just gone up along St. Louis Street, just east of Glenstone, and it's called Queens Gate 66. Visit Springfield, our tourism bureau here, saying it needed to be iconic, photographable, and signify Route 66. It's also going to illuminate in the daytime and the nighttime and just signify us as, of course, the birthplace of Route 66. The monument itself is now there for you to go check it out, take a picture of it. It's 20 feet tall, 32 feet wide, has a round opening in the middle. You can see there that's 7 feet high. So it is the perfect picture-taking, Instagrammable spot over the next few days.
And that's what people want. It's all for the gram.
Okay. It all is. I mean, we gotta signify what we are. Yes. Snap that picture.
Pictures last forever.
So the Queen's Gate is just kind of one highlight that drivers are going to see, but a lot of drivers are going to actually pass through that when the Classic Car Show and Parade kicks off tomorrow. So a reminder, that's on Friday. It's going to start along St. Louis Street and Glenstone and will end in Park Central Square. Actor John Goodman's going to be there as part of the Missouri State Float. You'll also see former Senator Roy Blunt, Mayor Jeff Schrag, and more than 200 classic cars are going to line this stretch of the parade every era since Route 66's inception. This all kicks off at 5:30, and we'll be bringing you the sights and sounds live as it's happening. Of course, you can catch that on all of our platforms, including our new smart TV app, Ozarks First Plus. Shall we take another little break? The line is getting long here.
It is, yeah. It is really starting. I mean, there are people. It's looping around.
Literally all around us right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
We're sitting in the thrones, though. We got the front row seat.
We do.
To this kickoff concert. We will be right back, and we'll tell you where else you might be able to see John Goodman over the next few days. I actually got to talk to him just today.
Your new friend, John
You'll hear
Goodman.
from him in just a bit. Stick around.
All right, welcome back. We're here at Great Southern Bank Arena. Thanks for joining us on Keller 10, Fox 49, Ozarks First Plus. Jesse Inman and Bailey Stroll having the best assignment we could possibly have.
Actually, this is probably, if I had to do anything in the world as a broadcaster, it would be one, celebrating Route 66, number two, being in Springfield, and number three, being at our alma mater, Missouri State University.
That's right. We were
Can you believe
classmates.
it?
I forgot. Do we have any video of us anchoring college newscasts together?
Can we bring that up?
Yeah, let's
Look at how far we've come.
I know. Well,
we used to
I
be
guess
here.
not very far, really.
Honestly, just a little short walk away.
Yeah, not technically that far, but we're having so much fun out here today. We could go to another Missouri State alumni here in just a second. We'll go to Parker Padgett here in just a minute, but the reason we're here is for this kickoff concert tonight, getting started here in a little bit under an hour. It's going to feature some pretty recognizable names. John Goodman, Bailey's new close personal friend, who she got to talk to today at his press event. Also, Callie Carroll, we got to catch up with her at midday today. She's co-emceeing with John Goodman. Plus, big acts from Little Big Town, Gary LaVox of Rascal Flats, Gretchen Wilson, Chris Jansen, the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, and the Haygoods, all hosted by Bailey's best friend, John Goodman.
That's right. Don't you forget it.
Yeah.
And the line has started to move. It was actually wrapped up until the park, around the parking lot. We were surrounded, by people in Route 66 shirts. I have never seen so many in my life. I didn't even know they made so many.
Good.
But now the line is moving, so we want to check back in on the little concert special that's about to kick off here soon with our very own Parker Padgett. He's not too far away. Parker, can you hear us?
Parker, what are you seeing over there?
Yeah, the doors are open. The doors are open. People are starting to make their way in. There's actually two lines. A lot of people trying to get in. There's a line all the way down John Q. Hammons Parkway. There's a line. Well, there was a line over here, but that's gotten a little shorter since then. But this has been an event that we've met people from all over the country. We've met people from inside the state of Missouri. We met people earlier, Randall from Iowa. There's no shortage of people coming to Springfield to celebrate this event. It all starts with this kickoff celebration concert. So we're gonna keep talking to the people. We're gonna take a look at a lot of these booths. The doors are still open. The doors just open, actually. The concert, we're still waiting for it to start, and we're gonna try to get we're gonna see how excited people are in the next hour or so. Bailey, Jesse, tossing it right back to you.
And like we said, we talked to John Goodman today. Well, I talked to John Goodman today, courtesy of Missouri State University. You were a little busy, doing your midday show like you do, live every day, 11 o'clock. He talked a lot about, or he was asked a lot about, of course, how does it feel to be back in Springfield, to be back on Missouri State's campus? And he had a lot of nice things to say about Springfield because there are a lot of nice people here. And that's one of the things that he mentioned. He says he kind of owes it all to the theater program here at Missouri State to help him find his way and what he wanted to do. And that eventually led to such success. So when asked about the Ozarks and asked about being back, here's what he had to say today.
My life came together here. I would drifting. I went to college just as a time filler. I didn't really have much of a purpose. I know what I wanted to be in a theater department, and I got lucky because this was a very good one at the time. It changes all the time, but there's something about it that's so familiar, and the people don't change much. They're still as good and friendly as they were when I left, and they told me good riddance, but I keep coming back.
He does keep coming back. This is not the first time he's been back on campus or back in Springfield recently, and we love to have him. He really is a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, I gotta say, I love Monsters, Inc. That's probably my favorite John Goodman. Oh, I got Big Lebowski. Oh, there's so many good ones.
I was thinking, you're not going to say Big Lebowski?
Yeah,
I should say Monsters, Inc.
Good stuff, good stuff. Hey, Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner back in studio to tell us the good news about the weather. Jamie, do you have a favorite John Goodman?
Hit a couple of big ones. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? That was another good movie that he was in, and he played a really good role.
Yes.
But he's been in a lot of movies, so it's hard to pick, the best one. Of course, there was also Roseanne. You guys may remember that sitcom from the 80s. So, I mean, lots of John Goodman stuff to pick from, Looking at conditions outside right now, skies are kind of cloudy. We have that high overcast that is built in, but no worries of wet weather. 64 degrees, winds light out of the northwest. Nice evening. Mostly cloudy skies, but quiet, cool. Maybe a few sprinkles toward midnight, but that'll be after everybody's headed home. Looking at conditions outside, you can see the clouds rolling in. You can see these showers off to the north of I-70 right now. There's a weak cold front in there, and that front's going to be dropping south throughout the overnight hours, bringing a chance for a few showers to the area. There's going to be a second one moving through overnight Friday night. It could bring some sprinkles to the area as well. So let's take a look at it. Again, overnight tonight, mostly cloudy. A few showers coming in maybe around midnight. That pushes off to the southeast. Then we're back to, I think, mostly clear skies to start off our Friday. In fact, Friday looks an awful lot like today. A lot of sun for most of the day, maybe an increase in clouds by the end of the day, but any risk of rain is going to hold off until late in the evening hours. About 43 for a low tonight. Looking at a high of 64 tomorrow with a nice fresh breeze out of the north at 5 to 15 miles per hour. That classic car parade kicking off at 6 o'clock on St. Louis Street. Temperatures will be near 60. You may want to wear a jacket for that. And then we have the Jefferson Footbridge lighting and drone show. That kicks off at 8 o'clock. By that point, temperatures will be in the 50s, and by that point, it's more likely that you'll want a jacket on. Weekend weather looks great. Some afternoon clouds on Saturday, sunny skies on Sunday with temperatures warming through the weekend. This trough in the east is going to continue to persist into next week, but it'll relax enough maybe to allow a little bit of Gulf moisture to move back in by early next week, and that means a chance for showers and thunderstorms returning sometime late Monday into Tuesday. Right now, I don't see a big signal for severe weather, but it's something to watch as we get into next week. Guys, back to you.
All right.
Lovely 7-day forecast there.
I know, we really couldn't ask for better weather out here. And we are here at Missouri State's campus outside Great Southern Bank. Of course, the kickoff concert kicking off very soon. But we also have a crew downtown, and we don't want to forget about this new Birthplace Plaza that has really gone up to kind of signify why Springfield was chosen as the host city for this big celebration, three-day event.
Yeah, it's a great area down there. We've got our crew. We've got Michael McLaughlin down at the Birthplace Plaza dedication. Let's check in with him. Michael, what's going on?
Yeah, so right now we are at the dedication ceremony for the Birthplace Plaza right here in downtown. Now, as the name explains, this landmark was built to officially establish Springfield as the birthplace of Route 66. Now, it just wrapped up. They just ended up cutting the ribbon. Here's some of the things you can see behind me here. This is the time capsule. This is just one of the things that are in this Birthplace Plaza. There's also the giant key sculpture behind you can see here on Route 66. Some other things are the mural overlay as well as the interpretive kiosk. These are just some things that are here at the Birthplace Plaza. A lot of people are staying afterwards to kind of look around at these different areas and take in the sights, if you will. They say this will be a great area for economic growth in downtown Springfield. And we'll continue our coverage of this event as well as others throughout this celebration weekend. Reporting live in Springfield, I'm Mike McLaughlin, Ozarks First.
66 Spider-Man there?
All right, Michael, thanks. That was a good look at the time capsule. And that was, Bailey, I think that was Route 66 Spider-Man.
I think
there?
it was.
Yeah?
I think it was. We got a new version in the Spider-Verse just for this.
Marvel. Yeah, there you go. There's your next one. No doubt about it.
Okay, well, we're going to be kicking off the parade tomorrow on Friday. Don't forget about that. Mike Landis and I will be out there having a blast seeing all these classic cars. But then on Saturday night, we're bringing in the rest of the crew.
Yeah.
We're talking Jeremy Rabe, Maria Niner, and Carissa Codell for the Telegraph Ball Red Carpet Extravaganza. That's going to be at the historic Shrine Mosque, and a lot of big Missouri leaders going to be there. And this is all just kind of to raise money to preserve the Mother Road from here on out.
Oh, man, so much pomp and circumstance going to be seen at the Telegraph Ball. Yes, we're very underdressed for that type of thing.
That's what I was thinking. I don't have a dress ready for that. I think I'll stick to the polo.
Yeah, same. I don't have a tux. It's at the dry cleaners, but it's all good. I don't think they'll have me for that one. Wearing
our kickoff, our coverage of that. If you want to see them dressed up, not us, that starts at 5 o'clock on Color 10, and then we'll switch over to KOZL at some point, but you can also watch that if you have a Roku TV. Just go ahead and download Ozarks First Plus, the best way to watch it. OzarksFirst.com, too.
Ozarks First Plus, OzarksFirst.com. That's where to watch all of this. But, yeah, if you just want to watch it on TV, 5 to 5:30 on Color, and then KOZL, they'll have the whole thing, 5 to 6. So you're all covered right there. Okay, out here outside of Great Southern Bank Arena, looks like folks have started to make their way in. But after the break here, we've got plenty more fun to be had for the Centennial Kickoff Concert Celebration. We'll be right back.
Welcome back as we are ready to celebrate all things Route 66 over the next few days. Bailey Stroll here with Ozarks First. Joining me, Jesse Inman, a couple of Missouri State grads here just having fun on campus once again. I said earlier, it's like a tailgate feel out here, but we're kind of left alone. Everybody's went inside for the concert.
Yeah.
But hey, we're still bringing you the best. You know, this isn't just about the Queen City. This is about the small towns that also surround the Queen City and dot the route of Route 66. Because when you get on the open road, well, you need somewhere to eat. Mm-hmm. You need somewhere to go to the bathroom.
There you go.
Maybe even get your hair cut. Okay? I know. I think that's a thing. There's a lot of barber shops along this route. And it's small stops like these have drawn visitors from around the world for generations, providing a sense of the open road, the American dream, the highlight of the vast landscapes that the United States is known for. So both east and west of Springfield, still today, people all across the globe have come to travel to the roadside attractions that really embody Main Street America. Lawrence County has one of those, and our Parker Padgett went out there to Spencer Station to show us what it's all about. It's getting some renewed attention nowadays from people all across the country and other countries across the world.
Honestly, yeah, it's a pretty iconic landmark at this point. Not the only location, though, that you can visit out there in Lawrence County. Good spot, though, to get that feeling of nostalgia ahead of the Mother Road's 100th anniversary.
We've been out here 10 years. It's been my experience that it's all growing. We've lost places, we've lost people, but on the flip side, there are a lot of older things being reborn and newer things being created.
We're very careful about what we do and what we buy for this, because we want folks to come in and feel like it has never closed and has never been updated. Where most folks will take a place, they'll gut it, and they'll modernize it. So it's not a restoration, it's more of a renovation.
All right, we made friends. We made friends, Bailey. We made a friend here.
We are joined by a, should I say, famous author. And also you're familiar with Missouri State University, too.
I am.
Yes,
I am.
This is Susan Croce Kelly, author, I mean, just historian, you know, all of the above. Susan, how much fun is this here for you this weekend?
Oh, it's fabulous. It's fabulous. And I'm looking around and I'm wondering how many of these people that are in line here today were hitchhiked down Route 66 or had an uncle who had a gas station or knew somebody that drove a truck. And I would love to talk and find out all the stories about Route 66 that are walking around here today.
That's the writer in you. And of course, you wrote the book, Route 66, The Highway and Its People. Can you tell us a little bit what that does? If you want to, we got them right here.
Yeah.
We can show them off while you talk about it.
Sure. The first book, a photographer, I was a reporter here for 50 years ago, a long time ago, and I got intrigued with the old road out by Halltown, where the interstate goes south. I thought, this is so cool, and I heard stories about the gangsters, you know, Pretty Boy Floyd and Bonnie and Clyde were roaming up and down Route 66. And I thought, somebody's got to write a book about this, but I'm not a good enough photographer. And I moved back to St. Louis and met a woman who felt the same way, who is a photographer. And we spent, when we could leave our kids with our parents, 7 years.
Yeah.
Roaming up and down Route 66. And
7 years.
We learned that by accident, we were talking to people who were in business on the highway. And she was a architecture buff. And the highway by then was gone. You know, there was no Route 66. And we would pick out a building. She would say, I think this is it. We'd go in and we'd say, was this on Route 66? And sometimes they'd say yes, and we'd find out all about the building and their life and everything else. And sometimes they'd say, no, you need to talk to George over 4 blocks away. There, you'll see that. And so we talked to people, and eventually we realized that there's all these different stories. There was what was going on in the 20s. We talked to people who'd helped pave the roads.
Wow.
And in Illinois, part of it was paved with brick because the lieutenant governor was in the brick business.
How convenient.
And then in the 20s, it was a road of adventure because the mud was horrible. I mean, you had 20 million cars and practically no pavement. The first concrete pavement was laid up by Detroit in 1909, and so they had to hustle to catch up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in the 20s, people were beginning to open businesses along the road, And then in the 30s, you had 2.5 million people who went down 66 to California for a better life. And then in the 40s, of course, there were more millions of GIs going to the bases all along the road and to the Pacific, and there were even a whole bunch of German prisoners of war.
Oh, wow.
I think in Texas, maybe in Oklahoma. And then in the 50s, of course, everybody came back from the war, and it was the beginning of paid vacations in this country. And so
thank you.
They, like my dad, loaded everybody up in the car and went down Route 66. And that was, I remember, Indian dancing and all different kinds of places that you could get your picture taken.
It's just crazy to think about it as an actual road, more like not as much an attraction as it is just an actual functional road.
Well, I tell people it started out as a road, and now it's a worldwide tourist attraction.
Yeah.
But it was so necessary. They needed good roads so badly. And then Cy Avery, the guy that I learned about when we wrote the first book and then wrote the second book about him, he and John Woodruff from here got together and said, we've got to have a booster club for Route 66. And they formed one, and I was just learning more about it the other day. The first order of business was to get the road paved. And Missouri was paved all the way in 1931.
It's pretty early.
And the whole road was paved in 1938. But this was the most important thing. But the second thing was to bring money. I heard you all talking about that earlier.
Yeah, the economic boost.
And this is the Depression, the beginning of it.
Yeah, we needed it.
they announced that they would have a Route 66 association. 100 people came to the first meeting from towns all along the 2,400 miles. And then during that first year, they met like once a month in different Route 66 towns. And there would be parades, there would be civic dinners, there would be, and they encouraged the towns to go out and advertise what they had to bring people in, so that there was a churn. It wasn't just some association located in Springfield sending out advertising.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Everybody along the road.
And look what we've become now. 100 years later, just so much history to be able to celebrate. And we're very happy, Susan, that you could join us for a brief amount of time here and just be able to talk about some of that history that you have covered.
I love to talk about Route 66. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Thank you so much, Susan.
Yeah. Well, hey, yeah, go ahead, Susan. There's a lot of fun to be had out there. Go have it. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Susan Croce Kelly. And you can check out her books. We have them right here. Again, that is Route 66, the highway and its people, highlighting the history of the world's most famous road as told through her words.
Yeah.
And we have our very own special, if you want to learn a little bit more history. He's not with us today, but he will be with us tomorrow. That's hosted by our very own Mike Landis, who's a bit of a historian in and of itself.
Welcome back. We are here in front of Great Southern Bank Arena for the kickoff concert tonight to celebrate 100 years of Route 66. I'm Jesse Inman, joined by Bailey Stroll. Happy you're with us here on Color 10, KRBK, Fox 49, Ozarks First Plus, and OzarksFirst.com. What a history lesson we just got from Susan.
I am baffled by being able to pick somebody's brain who's such an expert. And, she was just signing the book for me. Thank you so
Susan,
much.
you're the best.
Thank
She's
you
still
so,
around. We were
so
talking
much.
stories.
We're here to try to educate you on why we're the birthplace and why we were chosen as the host city, but to hear it from somebody who's actually traveled the road. And like she said, there's so many of people here that have their own stories or their own connections, and everybody is so unique. And I wish I could just stop, the journalists in us, and ask everybody, pick everybody's brain about why they decided to come out specifically tonight or specifically to this event. And of course, this all culminates in Springfield, and our love for Springfield just kind of drives our passion with it too.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And she's got so many stories of yesteryear on Route 66. In fact, a street here in Springfield, though, that almost feels like you are transported back in time. Carissa Codell spoke to some business owners along historic College Street, one of those stops on College Street, the Rockwood Motor Court. It's been around for 96 years. Phyllis Ferguson and Tim Phillips bought the motor court 6 years ago.
We were able to restore it and bring it back for travelers so they can stay in the same rooms that Route 66 travelers have been staying in for 96 years. Makes it pretty special.
Yeah, that's great stuff there.
We haven't talked a lot about, having to stop and get some food, some burgers, some good old steak and shake, or why don't you try something even more local than that? How about the College Street Cafe? That will take you right back in time. Now, this is on kind of the west side of Springfield, and you can meet people from all over the world there. John there at the cafe says he's preserving the history of Route 66, and that's what makes it's so valuable to him.
Yeah, College Street, just one great stop to make on your local Route 66 tour, if you will. Another place you've got to go this weekend to check out some of these great events would be Commercial Street over the next few days. A ton going on there on Commercial Street, Bailey. The live music, local food, they've got it all there for you. From 6 to 9, of course, the classic car rally. That's going on there. And then from at 7 and 8:30, live music under the pavilion there on Commercial Street. 8 p.m., they've got the footbridge lighting and the drone show. Missouri State University's Jazz Band Studies Ensemble. They'll be under the pavilion as well. And then on Saturday, a pretty good lineup too there, Bailey.
Yeah, there's a whole schedule of events there. There's going to be the C Street City Market. Can't forget about that. A lot of local vendors there in the Footbridge Plaza. You've got the classic car show that's going to go from Robertson to Benton Avenues. The Jefferson Avenue Footbridge dedication happening on Saturday at 10 a.m. And then after that, live music, history, shopping, food, all at that main stage right near the Footbridge. The Footbridge itself has, a lot of local history, and it is opening once again. You can also stop by the historic Firehouse number 2 that has some history presentations from 11:30 until 2:30, and also make sure to stop by the Peddler's Bicycle Museum. You can get a little photo op with one of those big wheeled bicycles. I know we're talking about classic cars here, but that would be a great Instagram moment.
Oh yeah, it definitely would be. And if you want to talk about the musical lineup, there are so many different bands that we could run through, just so many. But I feel like this is kind of a staple of Commercial Street. The Footbridge lighting ceremony, that's one of the big events happening there tomorrow. The city of Springfield going to be hosting that lighting and drone show to celebrate the return of the Jefferson Avenue Footbridge. Bailey, you and I have been here at Ozarks First for about a decade, and I feel like I've heard about the return of this footbridge since the day I walked in the door. It has been such an effort to get it back there. You see one of the sculptures in that area to honor that. But the lighting ceremony going to happen at 8 on Friday. Several around Springfield coming together for that classic car rally, as we told you about. Just so much good stuff there. As the sun goes down, though, the city is going to flip that big switch at 8:30 as a drone show lights up the night sky. The show and celebration totally free for anyone stopping by there. So make time to do that.
Yeah, that's going to happen just as the sun sets on Friday evening. It's kind of cool because we're bringing the past and the present together. If you haven't seen one of those, the past with the footbridge, but if you haven't seen one of those drone shows,
oh, they're so cool.
Those are pretty cool. It's like the future. It's like witnessing the future.
The past and the future.
In the sky. So that's pretty cool. And that happens right after the parade. So if you want to catch the parade anywhere along the stretch, then head over to C Street. You can certainly do that. And, it's going to be great weather as well. Can't forget about the weather.
Yeah, we've gotten very lucky these next few days here. Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner with the good news for us, Jamie. If people are going out Friday, I mean, man, couldn't ask for any better weather, huh?
Yeah, I think for a festival, you don't want it too hot. You don't want it cold. You don't want it raining or snowing, and we don't have to worry about any of that stuff. I mean, it does look like perfect weather for an outdoor event. Or maybe you're going to go camping this weekend. Looks like great weather for that as well. Now, looking at tomorrow evening for that lighting and drone show for the Jefferson Footbridge, temperatures, they're going to be in the upper 50s with mostly clear skies, I think. So, again, perfect conditions to just be out, taking in the sights and sounds around Springfield as we celebrate the Centennial. Here is not necessarily something to celebrate, but something to remember. This time of the year, bad weather does tend to happen. Well, of course, we had a big bout of it earlier in the week. Yesterday was the one-year anniversary of the windstorm that hit Springfield on the 29th of April in 2025. This actually should say 2019. Back on April 30th, 2019, there was a tornado outbreak. 29 tornadoes touched down in our area. The strongest in EF2 that hit near Highland Springs with winds up to 134 miles per hour. Remember that afternoon and evening very vividly. I mean, we went on the air, I think, about 2:45 that afternoon, and I don't think we were off the air covering those storms until close to 11 o'clock that evening. Now, thankfully, after some very active weather earlier in the week, things have calmed down. We did see a front settle in here along the Gulf Coast. That's taken the showers and thunderstorms with it down to that area. Not really finding too much in the way of severe weather risks down there. So it looks like Mother Nature taking a much-needed breather after some active weather. We're going to find cool and quiet weather into the front end of the weekend. 75 on Sunday with sunshine. And as we get into next week, we will find shower and thunderstorm chances moving back into the area. I do want to say this, too. Looking into the middle of May for the next couple of weeks, I think generally the weather is going to run cooler than normal, and it should stay fairly quiet as well. Good news after a very busy start to the week, guys.
Yeah, 60s and 70s as far as the eye can see on the 7-day, and that's what you want on a weekend with so much to do. All right, we're going to take a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit about the concert preview that you can expect here tonight. Plus, we're going to check in with Matt Hefner. He's walking up and down the facility here, seeing all there is to see, and he looks hilarious. That's all I'm going to say. Stick around to see what he's got on next.
Welcome back. We are live outside Great Southern Bank Arena as the Route 66 Centennial Kickoff Concert is about to begin. There is a full lineup of celebrities here in Springfield, if you can believe it, right inside there to give people a big old show. We've been telling you about it, but we just want to recap who all is in town for this. Of course, it's hosted by my good friend now, John Goodman.
Yes, close personal friends.
And City Councilwoman Callie Swafford. I just saw her walk by earlier with her, well, she had like a dressing bag. Can't wait to see.
Yeah, she
what
had
kind of a dress she's going to have tonight.
A very bright pink shirt. You could not miss her. You could see her a mile away, no doubt, all the way from one side of Route 66 to the other. But the concert lineup is just awesome, guys. Little Big Town, Gary LaVox, Gretchen Wilson, the Redneck Woman. Should we sing the song? No? Okay.
I like to think, I am a redneck woman. I like to think of myself as a hillbilly woman as well, because we are in the Ozarks, and that's where my roots lie, okay? But I want to know, what song do you want to hear? Because I have one off the top of my head that I would like to hear. I know we got copyright issues here.
Yeah.
But, you know, if I could just...
What is it?
Life
What do you
is
wanna
a highway. That's the one.
I want to ride it. Okay, well, wow.
It sounds exactly the same.
Viewership plummeting. Viewership. That's a hand
Did
up.
we lose you?
Yeah. Sorry, we won't. We'll let the pros handle that. Let's go ahead and swing this over to Matt Hefner, who is out amongst the crowd out there tonight. Matt, you've run into a lot of people out there. What are you seeing as you walk up and down the Great Southern Bank Arena facility here?
Yeah, we're at the far end of the strip. Here's another entrance of people trying to trickle into the concert right now. Concert starts in about 15 minutes. A lot of people excited for that. I was asking, there's a whole lot of people going to be taking the stage for tonight. I was asking who is the fan favorite. Seems like the Ozark Mountain Daredevils seem to be the favorite around here. But you can see a lot of businesses from some small towns, or just kind of small businesses from around the area. I got this cool hat as well. I'm showing it off. It kind of fits the theme, but we got Mexican Villa, Multiply Bank, Friendly Farms, and something I really wanted to show off too as well is, Parker, if you can get this on camera, we got the official car of Texas Route 66 Festival, and people have been going up to it and signing it with a Sharpie, putting their names up on it, which I think is one way to definitely kind of make this car a little bit unique. So people are starting to trickle in right now for the concert, but still a good showing of people coming out. There's still time to come out. Also want to remind you guys for Friday, a lot of people excited for that parade that's going to be happening. I'm going to be there as well, providing you guys kind of the look for it. And Jamie said it earlier, the forecast is looking beautiful throughout this stretch. Really no complaints for this weekend. So with that, I'll toss it back to you guys.
Oh. Yeah, I gotta say, Matt he looks the part out here today,
yeah.
No doubt, and I think
I can't be outshined.
No, it's contagious.
Well, where did these come from?
We've got to match vibes here. I think if we're gonna do this, don't mess up the hair if you can stand it. Boy, this feels tiny.
All of a sudden, I am just feeling like a whole different way. We've got our country music. I might have to get my twang on.
Yeah, no, we can't have Route 66 without a little bit of twang. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm at home now. Now we're good. So this is the perfect fit for me. I think so. I feel like Woody from Toy Story.
I am feeling a little bit of FOMO not being in there right now with the country music about to begin, but
Yeah.
Hey, we're having a good time out
We
here.
are.
We're making the best of it.
We are. Yeah, I got to hear a little bit of sound check earlier today when I was here for midday. Yeah. Yeah, I walked in there. I was like, hey, can I use the restroom?
That's exactly what I did.
Yep. And they were, they had the sound check going. So I got to hear a little bit of a taste of what is to come for the folks here at the concert. So there is going to be a lot of fun to be had in there. Folks are starting to kind of file in, but there's still a lot of people out here checking out what's to be seen. We just saw, Matt giving us a look at some of those classic cars, which are just great. You'll see more of those tomorrow, without a doubt. I mean, you guys are going to have no shortage of cars to look at tomorrow.
Absolutely not. The city is going to transform tomorrow. It already has been. And that includes a bit of a name change for one of Springfield's most iconic landmarks. We've all heard of our AA affiliate here.
Oh, yeah.
The Springfield Cardinals.
I mean, the reigning Texas
you've
League
heard
champions.
of them?
It's just that there's
exactly
so much success to be had. And the big name change happened last week, taking down the sign, the Hammonds Field sign. Certainly after paying homage to the great John Q. Hammonds for so many years, who brought the Springfield Cardinals here. The city now owns the ballpark there, so it was time for a change, just in time for the National Route 66 Centennial kickoff celebration. And there will still be a lot of things inside the ballpark to honor the great John Q. Hammond. So don't think that name is just going to disappear from the cityscape anytime soon. But it is bittersweet given the work that JQH did to bring the ballpark to the Queen City. Crews did the replacing on that signage leading up to the Centennial celebration, and a great sculpture out front to match that. So, I've not gotten to go out and catch a game just yet this season, but it's on the short list of things to do as we head into summer.
We missed a good one yesterday because the whole crew, cast and crew of the Today Show was out there, I saw, and they got jerseys and everything. All we got are these little hats.
Yeah, personalized jerseys? What do we got to do? Dan Ryder, I know you're watching.
We're talking to you.
Can
we get some Springfield Cardinals merch? Route 66,
yeah.
Springfield Cardinals merch.
Bailey and I will throw out the first pitch. Okay, we'll do that.
There you go.
And then we'll figure out
the
jersey
thing. We beg of you.
Okay.
Okay, well, there is one other group here in Springfield that are blowing out their 100th birthday candles. Now, this is a pretty cool story. Route 66 celebrating its centennial today, April 30th, 1926, is when Route 66 got its name because of the telegram that was sent from here in Springfield. But one of the city's most rhythmic traditions is actually celebrating a century of pride right here in the birthplace as well. That is the Central High School Kilties Drum and Bugle Corps. They are the oldest all-female Scottish drum and bugle corps in the nation, in the world. They share the anniversary with the historic highway because they made their first public appearance when the highway's biggest players were also in Springfield discussing and deciding on the official name of Route 66. That was because of the Rotary Convention that had brought everybody to town, and it was the parade that the Kilties performed at for the first time 100 years ago, and they have been doing it at every parade since. This is just video from our archive that I was able to pull, and it was not hard to find. You can also catch them tomorrow as they celebrate their 100th birthday too at the big car parade. So what a full circle moment. We actually got to catch up with some of the Kilties as they celebrated 100 years just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I think the last time I got to catch up with the Kilties was for the Christmas parade that you and I hosted just last year. So no matter the elements, the Kilties are going to be out doing their thing. And this is great that 100 years of the Kilties.
No tears. It's just an amazing sisterhood. It's like nothing I don't think most people can even understand what it means to have been a part of this drum corps in 100 years.
All right, a lot of history to be had, and we've gotten lessons of our own here today. When we come back, we are going to talk about the History Museum of Springfield and something that's very close to your heart, Red's Giant Hamburg.
I miss it every day.
I know. Sad to see it go. We'll tell you all about that when we come back.
All right, welcome back here in front of Great Southern Bank Arena. So much history to talk about. The History Museum on the square is the place to get it, for sure. Replica neon signs there of iconic landmarks like the Railhaven Motel and Red's Giant Hamburg, plus a replica classic car turned in they have a seat there that they've transformed there as well.
Yeah, you have to check that out. That's a perfect photo op, too, when you're downtown
and
this
the original
weekend.
telegram that the founders of the highway sent to claim
Get
the
a
name.
good look at that, because that's Springfield's claim to fame.
It really is. Yeah, we've
We
got
have people
a
from
lot
all
to talk
over the
about with that.
globe
Plus,
that come here and just want to just pick up a little bit of that romance, that vibe, that experience of what it was like to be on Route 66.
and food. You got to talk about food,
Have
okay?
to.
It's gone now, or at least the modern reincarnation of it is gone now, but Red's Giant Hamburg, one of the landmarks that changed the game for fast food. The world's first drive-through, it is believed. The man himself, named Red Cheney, and his wife, Julia, turned a small gas station into a cafe along Chestnut, which was at one time the route for 66 in Springfield, though. The mistake, though, is what made history there. Didn't have enough room on the sign for hamburger, so they just said, you know what, Hamburg works. And I'm sad it's gone now. But, you know.
McDonald's has nothing on Red's Giant Hamburg.
Nothing.
You can see the sign along College Street if you want to go get a photo op of that. And we will be right back as our coverage wraps up. Stick around.
Well, our hats off to you for sticking with us for this fun coverage. It's been so much fun out here. The concert about to start. For Bailey Stroll, I'm Jesse Inman. Mike Landis at 6 o'clock. Bailey, so much fun out here.
It's been a great time, and this is just the beginning of it. You can catch all of our coverage tomorrow, too. We will see you then. Have a great one. Thanks for being here.